think of where you want to go and project yourself into that and to act as if you're already there. That's really helping yourself. Because if you're just thinking about the pain, the problems, it's weighing you down, weighing you down. Welcome to Getting Divorced Without Losing Your Mind. I'm Corey Shapiro. I'm here to guide you through a difficult divorce so you won't lose your mind. And we do that by working on your divorce, not just in it. And you have to have some time to work on it. And that's why I'm doing this podcast season to help you build a foundation. And that's really what happened in the first half of this season. And that's why this episode, we're taking a break. We're taking a break to make sure that you're stopping the cycle. You're stopping that cycle of escalation, of causing fights, of causing stress, even if you're not starting it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard not to have that last word or to get caught in this argument that goes nowhere. But I'm talking to you today to make sure that the material I've covered is really sinking in and absorbing it. And don't worry, I'm the same way. I need reinforcement. And this is what this episode's all about. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, that is normal. You're in a difficult divorce. It's supposed to be overwhelming. But there's things you can do to make your life better. And that's what we're going to start on today, if you haven't done it already. We're going to shift from just reacting to being responsive, to being tactical. And we're doing that to move you to your long-term goal. Isn't that what you want? Yeah, your long-term divorce goal. Let's look at a different time scale. But before we do that, let me just talk about what we've covered so far. We talked a little bit about the difference between fair, which is subjective, and what's equitable based on the law. We talked about the different focuses of conflict focus, which is what you're going to get in a high conflict divorce, versus solution focus, which is you're going to get from more creative-minded attorneys. We talked about divorce jujitsu, where we're redirecting energy. We talked about the 24-hour pause. If I leave you with nothing else, make sure you're doing the 24-hour pause. I don't want to see texts or email exchanges where it's like 6 or 10 in a day. It's literally sometimes it's a 24-hour pause before you respond. And during that 24-hour period, we're not thinking negative. We're not just stewing. We're not just figuring a way to get back at them. No, we're trying to figure out how to avoid problems. That's what we're trying to do here. Okay. Now, this is a crucial time here because I want to make sure you're moving forward in your divorce. That's the key. Moving forward. You're changing patterns. It could have been for years. It could have been for decades. Stop it. And a lot of times what I see is doing nothing. And I know that's hard to do. It might feel uncomfortable, a little FOMO, a little fear of missing out. And that's what a good attorney does. But a lot of what happens in divorce is just noise. It's not relevant. And we're going to get into a little bit more practical strategies. So this episode, we're not learning anything new. We're just reinforcing our concepts and we're making sure you're doing visioning. Making sure you are creating the vision you want in your life. It's so important to think of where you want to go and project yourself into that and to act as if you're already there. That's really helping yourself. Because if you're just thinking about the pain, the problems, it's weighing you down, weighing you down. So I'm going to reset with you and I'm going to do a very short 3-minute meditation. Just a little exercise, a little break for your mind. So come with me and take this pause. If you haven't done this already, this may be a challenge, but it's only 3 minutes. And don't worry, it's really easy to do. And I'm doing this just to give you a little break. And I want you to stop right now. Whatever you're doing, stop this podcast episode and come back to it if you can't do it right now. And just join me for these 3 minutes. And we're going to do it together. All right, so get into a comfortable place. Yes, get into a comfortable place. I'll wait a minute to get you going. I usually do mine I get up in the morning and I usually do it on my couch. So you can sit, you can stand. Actually, I wouldn't suggest stand. You can sit or lie down. I like sitting. I might fall asleep if I lie down. So make sure you're sitting, make sure you're comfortable, and let's get going. Here we go. We're going to do 3 minutes. All right, first thing, let's just close our eyes. What we're going to do here is we're going to focus on our breath. I want you to take a breath in, count to 3, and breath out, count to 3. Just let your shoulders relax. Just think about that pattern. 3 in, 3 out. Just keep on doing that. Now, if your mind's wandering, that's okay. Just bring it back to your breath. 3 in, 3 out. And start feeling more relaxed on your body, in your shoulders, maybe in your feet, in your toes. Just getting really relaxed. 3 in, 3 out. 3 in, 3 out. It's okay if your mind's wandering, just bring it back to your breath. We're creating this safe space for you. 3 in, 3 out. This is a place you go to when you're really stressed. 3 in, 'It's good that the breath is flowing. All right. See? I want to surprise you, but 3 minutes is up now. You have 3 minutes to reset yourself. That's what I want you to do. You get a nasty text from your soon to be ex. Instead of responding to start the 24-hour pause, just do that for 3 minutes. It's going to put you in a different place. Now, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Because the first part of this season was foundational, which really focusing on the mind, a different mindset. But now we're going to get into tactics on the second half of this season. And we're going to start with the divorce budget because we have to get you from fantasy to reality. And the divorce budget is 4 parts, not just the money. It's your emotion, it's your money, it's your energy, and your time. And we're going to go over the budget in 5 parts. We're going to do an introduction, and then we're going to do a deep dive on each section. Okay. A good exercise to start this second half, if you haven't done it already, is to be keeping a journal. Now, I've been keeping a journal for over a decade, but recently I made a switch, and I think it's very helpful, especially when you're in a difficult challenging, stressful situation, just think of 3 things that you're grateful for. And that's all I want you to write in your journal. 3 things you're grateful for. It's going to change your mindset to think of the positive. I think that's really going to help you. So, congratulations. You've come this far. I know you can do this. I know this is tough, but you can ride this wave. You're strong. You've been challenged, but you are strong. And with these techniques, with my guidance, with your attorney, you're going to move to your post-divorce life, hopefully in a faster and better way. And that's the goal of my book, Getting Divorced Without Losing Your Mind. And that's the goal of this podcast. I'm Corey Shapiro, helping you be more creative and less reactive.
Thank you for tuning in to the Getting Divorced Without Losing Your Mind podcast. We would love to hear your feedback. Send Corey an email to feedback@gettingdivorced.org. And if you've read his book, please consider leaving an Amazon review. This podcast offers general information only. It cannot replace legal advice. If you need tailored advice, contact an attorney licensed to practice in your area.